Lauren Daigle is on the phone with us today. Lauren, how are you doing?
I'm doing so good. Thank you for having me, Dominic.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been listening to your music for a while. I used to go to Bethel Church, and now you're so big. So I know that you had some kind of surprising criticism a month ago when you went on Ellen. You know, you got criticism for going on the show for someone that's openly gay. And how did you deal with that? And was that really devastating or disappointing, or was it just something that you weren't too surprised about?
I think it's funny because I told my manager this is the first time in my career that I'm genuinely getting criticized.
Sure.
I think a lot of times, like with the career in its previous years, there was this constant embrace, this constant yeah, we support you. But the second you step outside of what people want for you, what people want you to do, the second you start, doing what you feel like you're supposed to do, if it doesn't fall in line with what they want, that's when the criticism comes. So it's an interesting place to be, I'll say. But one thing I've learned from it is you can't expect people to understand the decisions that you make if they're not in the position to make those decisions.
Yeah.
So I have to look at the Instagram comments and the Facebook comments and all of that and kind of push them aside, not in the I don't care about these people sense, but in the sense of they're not in a position to make these kind of decisions. Why would I ever expect them to understand this position, this placement, this sphere? It's like an unrealistic expectation on a people group that they're completely disassociated. And so for me, it was really sad that their outlook would be, oh, because Ellen's gay, she's bad. That's sad. It's so sad because what people don't realize is I went to Ellen and she is just a bundle of light. She's so joyful. She was so kind. She sat in our sound check, and at the end of the sound check comes up to me and was like, hey, I want you to stay focused. Like, you remember this is a marathon, not a sprint. Do not burn yourself out. You have what it takes to be like a history maker in this world. Like, don't burn out. Stay focused and only do what you love. Don't do the things that make you exhausted in a roundabout way. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, she actually took time to kind of invest, even if it was 3 minutes. It was a moment, And so It's kind of sad to see people criticize her whenever she's just a beautiful person.
Yeah. But people don't understand. I don't know if you know about the show. So I'm a celebrity publicist and have been for 12 years, and I've also been a Christian for 18. So it's like people just they don't know what they're talking about, and they're critical, and they got like these really strange, strict standards. Mm-hmm. Going on Ellen is something that your career really needs. I mean, you've gone mainstream, and you got a huge person reaching out, and you would be really foolish to turn that down and be like, no, you're gay. It's like, I mean, honestly, like, you...
Perfect way to end your career.
Yeah, like, if I was your publicist, I'd probably just quit if you did that, but it's just like, what are you thinking? But it's a great way to put it. It's like, people don't know because they're not there, and they're talking out of their ass, and they think they know what they're saying, and they don't know. And that kind of brings me to my next question is, I put this video on of Jen Johnson from Bethel on YouTube, right? And it wound up getting like 1.5 million views. It was a really great thing where she just kind of spontaneously worshiped like she does. And then I got all these comments, thousands of comments, and a lot of them were about that Jen had her arms, her bare arms. It was a sleeveless dress that went down to the floor.
Oh my gosh.
And but everybody had such a hard time with her leading worship and showing her arms, which is really bizarre to me. But apparently it's common, right? And then you do worship. Sometimes you'll wear shorter shirts or whatever. And, I mean, do you get criticized for the way you dress while you're worshiping? And
yes, that happens for sure. It's so obnoxious. The thing okay, I might get in trouble for saying this, but someone once told me, if that is something that causes a man or a woman or whatever to stumble, that's not a pure reflection of you, Lauren. That's just something they need to work out. And I was like, it's just kind of crazy that, I mean, I guess if Jen Johnson didn't have pretty arms, it wouldn't be a big deal. Let's really call a spade here. Because that's what it's all about. But she has beautiful arms, and so people are, like, flustered. It's just ridiculous. But once again, like, I think it comes from people constantly have this way of placing the blame on the wrong thing or pointing the finger at the wrong thing. If they can illuminate something, it creates distraction. But I think Jen's amazing. I love that girl. And go ahead and show your arms all day long because you got good arms to show the world.
Yeah.
If we want to talk about God, let's just talk about his creativity in order to make all of this. Might as well show off some art.
Yeah. No, that's actually a good point. I didn't think of that because, if it was like, if Jen was my size and had, a tank top on, it wouldn't be a problem. I'm about 300 pounds. Yeah. So it has everything to do with, with you and her, like, being attractive. And so that makes another point, too. So now, are you single? Are you dating? Are you married? Like, what is your relationship status right now?
I am single.
You're single?
Yes.
Go on, single.
I'm married to my career, if that's a thing.
So, have you had any celebrities, guys, reach out to you thus far?
Not yet.
Not yet.
But yet is the big word.
Who is your celebrity crush?
Oh, gosh. I have no idea. I will say I just saw Star is Born, and that movie was epic. Yeah. And I've never really thought of Bradley Cooper as someone that's attractive, but the way that he played that character was unreal. Like, I was completely moved by that movie, completely moved by his character. So I guess I would say him.
So you like the drunk?
In that role. Yeah.
The drunk, strung out guy that eventually hangs himself. That's what Lauren's looking for.
Oh my gosh!
I hate to do this to you, Lauren, but I usually ask some tough questions. So is that all right if I ask you just a couple ones that are tougher, and you can let me know if you want to answer them?
Okay, cool.
Okay. Well, since we were talking about Ellen, do you feel that homosexuality is a sin?
You know what? I can't honestly answer on that in the sense of I have too many people that I love that they are homosexual. I don't know. I actually had a conversation with someone last night about it, and I was like, I can't say one way or the other. I'm not God. So when people ask questions like that, that's what my go-to is. Like, I just say read the Bible and find out for yourself. And when you find out, let me know, because I'm learning too.
Wow, you're a pro already. Next question is, are you an advocate for the Me Too movement, and have you ever experienced sexual harassment in your life or career?
I don't think I have. I'm like, honestly though, this is so bad. I'm from Louisiana, and I come from a family of like super strong-willed women. So if it has happened, I would say that if it has happened, I would say that it completely went over my head. Just because I just kind of plow and move on to the next thing. But I don't think I have been directly affected in the workforce by it.
Lauren Daigle, thank you so much for being on the show today.
Dominic, this is awesome. Thanks for keeping it real. Hey, this is Lauren Daigle, and you're listening to The Domenick Nati Show.